On this episode of Ghost Hunters International, the team investigates its most brutal location ever, a notorious former Soviet prison.
It's like this place is alive.
Walking a beat on the second floor, Dustin makes contact with a resident soul.
Dude, I feel like somebody's grabbing at my jeans.
Barry provokes a new Cold War.
We have Americans sitting in your chair.
And this terrifying setting is the end of the line for one member of the team.
I can see you standing right there. What do you want?
I'm seeing, movement.
Can GHI free the last captive of the Korosta prison?
The person you're looking for is no longer here.
What happened, Dustin?
Well, this is Latvia. Different and cold. Speaking of quite different, wait till you hear what kind of case we got here. Brandy's going to fill us in.
Hey guys, we're headed to Korosta Sidams, which is a military prison, and it was in operation from 1900 till about the 1990s. The prison was also used for anyone else captured and thought to have been a spy during the Soviet reign. The prison was the site of brutal torture and death, and many people believe that it is hell on earth. And people believe that this place is haunted.
All right. My calculations are correct. That's it. How are you?
Hey, hello.
Rob.
Hey.
How's it going?
My name is Einar.
Barry.
Thank you for coming. I'm going to guide you today around the Naval Force military prison.
Yeah, can you tell us a little about the history of the prison?
Everything you can see around here, actually it's been made just and only for the Soviet Tsar time army. And from 1905 till 1997, for 92 years, it's been working as a military prison. You could get in here for dirty boots, for not following the orders, for everything. Actually, that's up to your commander. Of course, this punishment, it was quite hard. In the Soviet Union, there was a fast military court, depending, basing on your face. I don't like you, all right? It's best penalty, all right? No,
I don't like him either.
Nothing personal, all right? But basing on that, quite many people were killed.
Can you take us around the prison and actually show us where some of these experiences have happened?
Yes. So, you're welcome in.
Yeah.
Come on in. Once this was a chief's officer's room in 60s and 70s. Back in those days, right here, there were located beds for them, to relax and so on. When the guy was sleeping, suddenly he felt that somebody pushed him out of the bed. So he raised up, absolutely nobody was in the room. Actually, more often those kind of things are happening up on the second floor. All right, shall we go on?
Yeah, please, after you.
So, this is cell 18. That's the place actually where the story started from.
Legend says that's a году.
Legend says, in 1944, a young man from Liepaja was imprisoned here right before he was to be married. His young fiancée came to the prison looking for him. She brought with her some vodka and got the guards drunk and was able to steal the keys. She found out that he was in cell 18 and went to it. When she opened the door to that cell, she found it empty. Right then, she knew her fiancé had already been executed. She was so grief-stricken that she hanged herself in the same cell.
Afterwards, there's a white young lady, her ghost walking around the house. Some of the witnesses who have seen her ghost are saying that she's having a red hair. Some of them are saying that she's just a white spot on the black wall, for example.
All right, shall we head on?
Yes, let's go on to the washroom. So this is one of the premises where also few of the prisoners and guards have faced the white lady. I've been in here several times all alone in the building as well. You can feel her around, or you can feel that you should get out of the building as soon as possible. Otherwise something unpleasant could happen. So we are back into the second floor's corridor. This is the place my colleague actually faced one of the situations that she started to struggle on walking, you know? And you can feel your feet being dragged down to the floor and you just can hardly then pull front and there's nothing you can do about it. All right, so that's it. Now it's up to you.
Well, we're definitely going to give it our best. Got a long, chilly night ahead of us, so we're going to start getting set up, get the rest of the team, and see what we can find for you.
All right. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
You know, there's a lot of stories that we were told here about the activity. But at the same time, this prison was kept pretty much a secret for years and years. No one discussed what went on here.
Biochemical suits.
So I think the team certainly has an opportunity to not only check out the stories we were told, but see if there's some other things going on here in the prison.
There's up. To the right. Good.
Second floor is going to be a big area for visual activity. So we're going to concentrate a lot of our efforts on that floor.
All right, Barry. So we got 3 cameras up and running, and you're using the 4th one to provide light for the hallway?
That's right. We've got light coming back so that if anything of any mass should break the light beam, we're going to know that there was something there. First floor, this is the one that the job was mentioned in.
Very nice. Second floor hallway?
Second floor hallway, we've got, there was the talk of the mass opening the doors and things like that, so we're going to be looking for that, and that, especially the break in the beam down that hallway. And off in the washroom, there was the report of the captain who's seen this mass coming in toward him in the bathroom. So we're seeing if we can capture that as well.
Okay, so, you know, we've never really had an opportunity like this to come into a former Soviet country and now get to do one of their most haunted landmarks. All right, let's get the lights out and get to work.
Okay.
Start with the first floor, work our way up. Sounds good, bro. Let's do it. Thermal sweep gives us a good chance to get a general feel for the place, look over, see if there's any heat anomalies that might explain some of the stories here. What is that? Is that the camera? It's the IR? Yes. Take a right, go up to solitary? Yeah. I saw somebody standing there. I thought I saw something right there. I mean, there's a fire extinguisher here, but there's nothing like a human figure shape or anything. I, too, had thought I'd seen this dark figure standing there, but there was nothing there. There was nothing to further investigate because the area was empty. It's very odd. Okay, so this is the room where a guy's trying to take a nap and something violently shoves him out of the bed.
Oh my God.
He wakes up, comes running out. There's no one in the outer office. There's no one nearby in the hallway.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
EVP session, Rob and Angela in the officers' headquarters.
What exactly is that on top of your head?
It's my stylish hat.
Did
terrible.
Be nice to me.
If there's someone here, we'd like to speak with you. Is that okay? The headphones I was using tonight allow me to amplify low frequency sounds, disembodied voices, knocks. The microphone goes right inside the headset and allows me to record everything that I'm hearing. If you can understand what I'm saying to you, can you make a sound within this room?
What was that? Came from over there. It's right from over in this area. If you could please make another sound for us.
Now, if you don't want us to keep bothering you with these games where to show your strength by little taps and bang. What does all that sound?
It's like a thudding sound.
Oh, the headphones on it sound like a series of knocks. Demonstrate for us where you are in the room so we know exactly where you are. If you're close to one of us, you could come up, touch one of us just to show us that you're here.
What was that?
I heard something. I could distinctly tell it came from this way.
That's what I heard. It almost sounded like a person.
Do you want us to go? What did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a thing.
I thought I heard you whisper,
You're kidding me.
no.
Rob, I didn't say a word.
At one point, I'm listening through my headphones, the audio amplifiers. I hear what I believe is Angela whispering. I swear I thought
I didn't say a word.
it was coming, it came from this direction.
Rob, that's crazy.
The advantage again of the headphones is it records everything I'm hearing. So whatever that voice was, it should be on there. And now I'm getting cold, I'm getting chills.
Rob, you're kidding me.
No. Friggin' chills now.
Are you the woman that's been seen throughout this prison?
Film the bookshelf. Do you see anything center case to the right? Look at the bookshelf.
Yeah, but I'm seeing like shadow.
Yeah. My eyes,
Mine are too. I'm seeing like movement.
I'm staring at this thing. There was what looked like a human figure standing there. I don't know if I'm losing it.
I know.
I can see you standing right there. What do you want? Angela and I were investigating in the officers' quarters. Do you see anything center case to the right?
Yeah, like shadow.
Yeah. There was what looked like a human figure standing there. I mean, I'm dumbfounded. I'm scared to take my eyes off it because I think it's going to disappear. Can you make a sound near one of the books? Just move one of the books if you can.
If you want us to leave this room, you have to show yourself to us.
I don't see it now.
I don't either. I was just going to say that.
I personally have never seen anything like that. It was pretty crazy for us to both see that. And it was also very surreal.
I couldn't see anything on the camera, but when I put the camera down, out of the corner of my eye, I saw it, but I saw it at the bottom.
We aim the camera at it. Will it pick it up? I don't know. Because it's shooting IR light, so it may not be able to pick up this kind of dark mass shadow. I sure hope it did. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
I don't know what it could have been. EVP session aimed with Rob and Angela.
Yeah, right there. Get everything?
Dustin and I come up onto the second floor. We've had a lot of equipment that we needed to get running.
We've got, what, 2 full spectrums. We've got thermal, mini DV. If anything does move by, it'll definitely show up.
Okay, we're rolling. All right. Start at the bottom, make our way back.
All right.
that?
I definitely heard something humming there.
Yeah, me too. Well, I thought it was you when you were back on my left side, so that's exactly where it was coming from. We were just coming down the hallway getting started, and just over my left shoulder, I heard a humming sound. I looked at Barry to see if for some reason he was humming a tune, but he wasn't.
So what have we got here? A cell number 22. To me, that's the direction it's coming from.
Yeah, if anything, if it's not in the hallway.
Cell number 22. Hello, who are you? Starting EVP session with just after hearing a hum. The 360 mic has 4 onboard mics. This gives me the ability to record in 4 different directions. And when I apply this recording to the software in the GHI computer, I'm able to tell the direction that it comes from. If you want to leave, if you want to return to your family, your home, we need you to come forward. Somebody's shuffling out the hall to you. Yeah, I heard that. There was a lot of things that seemed to be going on. It sounded like footsteps, movement seemed to be going on. What I'm going to do, Justin, I'm going to take a nip down and grab one of the thermometers. Just to make sure that maybe it's just... Oh! What was that?
What happened?
Something blew past my hand there, just as I was setting that down.
What did it feel like?
Like a breeze. Oh, there's it there.
Oh, yeah.
Must be straight inside.
Oh, there's a hole right in the wall.
I want to get a thermometer in there just to check in case it's just a trick, maybe with paint or something.
All right. I'll just hang up here. One time Barry ran downstairs to get a temperature gun. We just wanted to gauge the heat that was coming off the old radiators that are up here. He was coming around the corner into the cell, and I'm standing there watching him. What is that?
That's not me.
Dude, what was that? And I hear very clearly a woman's voice. He did as well. So what the hell were we hearing? Oh man, I got chills now. That was like clear as day. It's like this place is alive.
All right, Joe, so this is the office.
Brandy and I were sent into the officers' quarters. Rob and Angela had some activity happen in there, and they wanted to see if we could get the same results. Mom, I'm getting chills.
Right?
Already. Wow. I mean, I'm getting like hair standing on end chills. So we went in, and right away, I got this chill that I couldn't explain. Even though it was cold in here, it was a little bit different. I could feel the hairs on my neck standing up. So we decided to do an EVP session there.
Joe and Brandy in the office. Do you wonder why we're here? Do you want us to leave?
Knock something over, make a book fall off the shelf. Did you tap me?
What?
Did you tap my shoulder?
No.
You didn't?
No, I'm standing right here.
Wow.
I've been
I felt somebody tapping me on my shoulder.
Which one? Your
My left shoulder.
They're trying to make contact with us, tell us to leave. Do that again. You can touch either my friend Joe or myself. And you could do many different things. You could push a book off the shelf. You could touch the object, the box, right in the center of the desk.
just come near it, it'll set it off.
Scare us into leaving.
Hopefully something got caught on camera or recorded on our audio equipment, so we'll have to be diligent and pay close attention to that. I'm not feeling it.
Okay, EVP session end.
Let's go into that washroom. So this captain's over there washing his hands, getting a glass of water, and turns around to see her.
And she's making her way in. Dustin and I come up onto the second floor into the washroom where this female entity was seen approaching the captain.
Like if you just turn around and you see a white, woman sitting there for the first time, it probably wouldn't be all that frightening. But if you're hearing this other stuff go on, it's gonna be scary as hell.
Also, she's already annoyed. The atmosphere that it must be generating.
Yeah.
That prison door again, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's downstairs or if it's the one we closed at the end of the hall.
I think we better check that just to make sure.
One time I heard a humming sound. It was very distinct and very clear. Definitely set my pulse racing. It was down here. Dude,
What?
I felt like somebody was grabbing at my jeans just when I was walking through here.
Is that prison door again, isn't it?
Yeah. Throughout our time on the second floor, Barry and I kept hearing cell doors creaking open and closed. It was down here. Dude,
What?
I felt like somebody was grabbing at my jeans just when I was walking through here. I'm not losing my mind here. These jeans aren't baggy to the point where they'd catch themselves. Oh, that was weird, man. And I thought for sure I was kind of caught up in some cables or something, and sure enough, there was nothing there. I didn't have any trouble moving my feet. I didn't feel like I couldn't move.
Yeah.
But I felt like something was pulling at my pant leg. There was a report that a woman who was here felt like she couldn't move her legs. So it was very odd, and it definitely was, just another contributing factor to everything that was going on here tonight.
EVP session, Rob and Brandy in one of the back cells of the first level. It seems like pretty much everyone else has had some type of personal experience here. I'm really hoping that I actually have mine.
Curious about you. Who put you in here? Is it the Russians?
Rob, you're standing closer to the window than I am. Do you feel like any significant drafts coming from the window?
No.
Okay, because I feel on my right side, right in here, I can feel a pretty heavy draft hitting me.
Yeah.
Towards my face, do you feel that?
Feel down here.
Yeah.
It was definitely noticeably colder next to her right side. It's tough to know what to make of something like that.
Oh, I just felt like a big, gush of air towards my face. If that's you trying to manifest yourself, you need to try harder. Okay, I just saw something down to my left, to your right, like a dark mass.
So it looks like our friend has joined us.
When you're in a dark room, you don't think you can see anything, but when you start seeing dark that's even darker than the darkness, you know that something's up. And I was seeing movement. It was just crazy. I'm still feeling that breeze, but now it feels more like a pulsating coolness.
If you're here, let's hear you speak. Come on, you can do more than that. If you're trying to scare us, you need to try harder.
We really have no reason or explanation for any of that happening. EVP session end.
Let's go.
Barry and I decided to go to the attic. With us, we brought along the 360 mic and the full spectrum camera. And Barry's strategy was fast and furious. Take lots of pictures, one area, move to another spot, and do the same.
We can fire off the full spectrum camera with a handheld remote.
And the reason we kept taking our shots in that fast rotation and kept moving from location to location was to make sure that we try and cover the attic space as best as possible and to try and capture that movement of the entity moving away from us.
Stop. I hear noises in front of me to my right.
10 more shots, Joe. There is no more need to hide up here.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody say, get out of here.
Up where I am?
Up where you are, to your right.
We mean you no harm. Come forward.
I could have sworn I heard something say, get out of here.
10 shots, Joe. Now.
And it was very faint, but I heard it to my right, where the noises were coming from. That was pretty strange. Hopefully, we caught it on 360.
Were you a member of the Soviet Union Armed Forces? Shots, Joe.
Come towards me. At the end of where he was, I could have swore I saw something sway back and forth. So I kept taking pictures, and I think we caught something, but we're going to have to be sure and check all the photos thoroughly.
Okay. Any EVP session? Done.
Does it get this cold for you back home?
No, not this cold. I was in one of these cells up here, and there's ice on the inside of a wall.
What?
Yeah. I was up here with Darren. It was clearly heard a woman's voice talking. Not in English. I'm not sure what she was saying. Angela and I came up to the second floor. I really wanted to follow up on what Barry and I had experienced earlier. You gonna record anything?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll leave that there, because the voice came from somewhere around this area.
Okay.
We had the EMF detector. We started a little EVP session. I'd like to speak to the young lady that was here earlier.
You hear it?
As soon as I started asking questions, the EMF had responded.
Listen to it. Wow.
The young lady is still present with us. I ask you to please talk with us. I'd like to hear your voice again like we did before.
Who's that? Can you please come forward to us? Can you speak so I can hear you? What happened, Dustin?
It sounded like something moved that was just right next to me.
Who's that?
Angela and I came up to the second floor.
We started a little EVP session.
Can you speak so I can hear you? What happened, Dustin?
It sounded like something moved that was just right next to me.
Really?
Yeah. Are you here with us right now?
I hear something.
Something's going on. Take this stuff and move down to 18 to the center where she took her life.
Okay.
Are you scared? Did you hear something?
I just heard something. And I think it was a voice.
Yeah.
I have chills, like, insanely all over my body right now.
It sounded very similar to a voice I heard.
Holy. Like, I'm numb.
That's exactly what my knees were shaking the first time I heard her.
I don't know that I've ever heard anything like that.
Sweetheart, do you have something to say?
I heard a voice, and right as I heard it, Dustin stopped in front of me, and my body went numb. I couldn't even really speak, and he had said that that is exactly what him and Barry had experienced earlier in the night.
It's in the same area where it happened to you guys, isn't it?
Yeah. I urge you to do whatever you can to move on. The person you're looking for is no longer here. He left a long time ago.
He's waiting for you. He wants you to be happy again. You can't help but feel so sad.
Yeah, it's tough. But I was glad at least you get to hear that.
Oh, Dustin, that was crazy.
I really hope that got picked up on the recorder as well.
I do too.
EVP session, Barry and Dustin in the captain's quarters. Want to try something here? Down in the officers' quarters, my approach to the EVP session was to try and provoke that Russian mindset by stirring up echoes of paranoia from the great Cold War. Continue to go through them and see if there's anything that you recognize. Probably don't like us going through all your things, right? The Soviet Union is now weak. We have Americans sitting in your chair. What happened to the Soviet power? What happened to Great Mother Russia? What happened to Lenin, Stalin? Sounded like a door. One of those prison doors. Go check it out. As we were starting to conclude our EVP session, it sounded as if there was one of the cell doors that slammed. And so we headed off immediately to check. It's fine, it's fine. Open. Nope. It's all good here. We weren't able to trace where the noise of that cell door was coming from. Central Command. Let's get these lights up. Team.
The team and I covered this prison from top to bottom, and that is not an easy task. This prison is huge. It's freezing cold in here, and we were getting activities, sounds, knocks, shadows from ends of every hallway, beyond places we had heard stories about. So I want to make sure that the team goes through every piece of footage to make sure that if there was evidence here this evening, we get all of it.
During the investigation, right, I keep thinking, man, these persons experiences. This stuff's incredible.
I think this whole place was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good investigation for all of us.
All we could do is go over all the tapes, go over all the recorders, and check all that out.
Everybody really pulled through tonight. So tomorrow, we're going to get some R&R. Get ready for serious, hardcore bobsledding.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Today we came to a bobsledding track, which is definitely a first. It's not something that you can do back in the States.
All right, brother, let's do it. All right, let's go.
I mean, pretty much by nature, people involved in the paranormal like to do crazy stuff.
Right.
I know myself, I'm addicted to adrenaline kind of things like this.
Angela and Brandon, you guys seem ready to go. Ready?
Hold this rope inside. Now, when you go down, elbows in and keep straight. Don't lean right, left.
Got it. So, you ready? You ready? Let's go. This is for the win. I think Justin Robin the girls have set the slowest time on the track record. And time. 1:07. Guys can't beat that.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. My hero, right there. How's that time? We won. What? We destroyed you.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah, 107. You guys have 125. Yep, ladies, good victory today. But let's go.
Now everybody's had a little fun, and it's time to get serious again and get back down to business.
Hey.
Hey guys.
How'd it go?
It went actually very well. This first recording was taken with you and Angela.
It was the very beginning of our investigation, and you were making fun of my hat.
I didn't remember that. Indeed.
Well, we got a pretty amazing EVP, and I think it will explain a lot.
Don't know if I've ever been insulted in an EVP before. I hear someone calling yours truly lazy.
That's exactly what I heard.
Yeah.
We're putting languages out left, right, and centre, asking questions, and yet we're getting our responses in English. It doesn't make any sense.
There's the whole thing with the universal consciousness theory that regardless of how we try to communicate, you know, they can choose what language to work with, apparently.
Still strange. All right.
Dustin, this is when you and I were on the second floor, and we heard the disembodied female voice.
Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely her.
It's really clear.
You guys heard that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, is that everything?
No, I actually got one on mini DV. This is Dustin and Barry. You had left a EMF detector in the stairwell, and you get a hit on the EMF meter, and it goes up a little bit, and then it goes on again.
Yeah.
There was nothing around it that would have caused that to spike like that either.
Okay.
And lastly, what we have was taken in the washroom on the second floor. You distinctly hear the doors going back and forward.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like the doors, but you had the camera on all of them, right?
That's right. Now the DVR system's telling us no, the doors are still.
And there's just no movement of the doors.
There's not an inch of a movement on them.
We all had big personal experiences. I mean, Angela and I were sitting there staring at a dark mass that seemed to just be looking back at us. It even kind of leaned a little bit. You know, did we capture any of that?
Nothing.
Unfortunately, we didn't catch any visual evidence.
I mean, look, this is probably one of the more active locations we've ever been to.
Yeah, it pretty much had everything. I mean, we had disembodied voices. We obviously caught EVPs.
All right. Well, Angela, we know you will not be rejoining the team after this.
As you know, I'm engaged now, so I'm going to be moving on to get married and start my family.
You have been an incredible member of this team. We just want to all say thank you.
Well, thanks. I'm going to miss you guys.
Yeah, we'll miss you a lot.
Yeah.
Barry, can we get down disc and we'll head over there?
No problem. All right, take care, guys.
All right.
Good. How are you?
Very good, actually. We have results from many areas of the prison.
One of the stories you had told us was about a woman who was walking through this hallway, and it felt as if she was unable to move her feet. I can relate to that. I was just coming out of the washroom area with Barry, and it felt as if somebody was holding down my feet, as if I got tangled with something. I checked to see where our cable wires were for our cameras, and sure enough, nothing's there. So what I want to do is I want to show you the video. So you can see myself and Barry there. We're just heading down the hallway. You can see our cameraman following us. Yeah. I stopped. I tried to take like 3 or 4 steps, and I felt like all of a sudden I was walking, you know, like I was in water or something. There was actually another point in the officers' quarters where Joe, one of our investigators, felt as if somebody had tapped his leg.
That's the thing that's really good, actually. It's not a coincidence anymore if it happens twice in more or less in the same place.
Right. During our setup, Rob was in the stairwell at the end of this hallway, and he had seen a figure standing at the top of the stairs, and that was followed up because we were doing a thermal sweep. Yeah, because I turned quick. I was like, I thought I saw somebody standing there. It was very odd. He told me, look, I said, I thought somebody was just standing there, and he had told me that he had seen the same thing. I was up here on the 2nd floor, and I wanted to follow up on these shadows that Rob and I had both seen there.
Yeah.
So I put the EMF detector down, and I put our camera on, so I was recording whatever was going to be happening. So what you're going to see is the detector set up in front of the camera on top of this stairwell. Now this meter has been sitting there for almost a full hour without so much as a fluctuation. And then out of nowhere, we get this substantial little hit. By itself, not enough to say, okay, there's something paranormal going on here. The fact that we both saw shadows within that area.
There could be something connected, right?
Exactly. And that's what we try to do. We try to build the case on pieces of evidence that, you know, work with each other. Obviously, in this place, you had mentioned to us the story of the doors, the cell doors being open and closed by themselves. So what we did is we took our cameras and we put them in the hallway so that we could see all these doors.
Yeah.
And I has placed a microphone in the washroom. During our review, there was the sound of a cell door that was being opened and closed, but we had it synced up with our DV cameras.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
watched it. None of them were moving. There's just a recorded sound that seems to be playing, and this happens sometimes. It's called a residual. It's the sound that almost seems to be trapped in time.
All right.
So I'm going to play that for you now. I want you to take a listen to it.
Definitely the cell doors.
Why we get the sound of cell doors opening and closing when the doors aren't moving, we don't know.
Barry and I were up here on the 2nd floor. You clearly hear his footsteps as he approaches the cell where I am standing. There's a voice there that is pretty much unmistakable. I don't know exactly what it's saying. Perhaps you'll be able to translate for us, but there's something here.
It's his peers, it's women's.
Barry and I were up here on the 2nd floor. There's a voice there that is pretty much unmistakable.
this is pure, it's women's. Can you just take it?
I'll isolate it for you.
What I thought that I heard it, right? It's like stop, it's bait, so Latvian, bait, stop.
Well, you know what, it wasn't one of us because we don't speak Latvian.
Yeah.
Well, if you're ever walking through here and you hear a woman's voice echoing through the hallways, you'll know you're not alone here.
I'm not gonna walk here anymore if I'll hear that. You know? So this is impressive, guys.
Well, we're not done yet.
This is Angela and myself in the officers' quarters. And I hear what I think is Angela whispering. So I kind of look over at her. Why are you whispering to me? She says, I didn't whisper at all. So what we want you to do, we want to listen to what I actually heard. What did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a thing.
It sounds to us like someone saying lazy.
But English.
In English. What we hear as English might not be. It could be Latvian.
It could be Latvian as well, of course. English shouldn't be the most common one in here.
No.
We're starting to find this more and more in different countries we go to, that there will be a lot of spirits that seem to communicate to us in a language we can understand.
Yeah.
Later in the evening, I was with Joe Chin and Barry. We were out in the stairwell, and sometimes things will speak up to us while we're not trying to engage them. And that's what happened here, and I'm going to play this for you so you can listen to it. I can loop it for you.
Seems like God. For me, it seems like God.
No, I can hear that too.
So, do you think the prison is haunted?
Oh, absolutely. This place was one of the more active locations we've been to.
For me, I'm happy that you have found the evidences that those stories that could really be happening in here, you know, because those are thousands that have gone through it.
We want to thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
It's terrific.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Now I understand that we have to go and dig much harder about the history. There's many spots that GHI have found that we even didn't have a clue about.
I don't think it was expecting to get the level of confirmation that he has this much activity in that prison.
I don't think any of us were.
No.
That was pretty crazy. All right, man, let's go find the team, make sure everyone's packed, and head home.
All right, man, hit the road.